Welcome back, my young friends. Now, I know you love my history lessons. I mean, you just can't get enough of them. But I'll make this brief today. You see, Disney Animation in the mid-'80s was in big trouble. After a near hostile takeover, the company was under new management. The Black Cauldron flopped, and new CEO Michael Eisner shipped all the animators off to some building somewhere. I mean, things were looking pretty bleak until a Little Mermaid came along. She started what we call the Disney Renaissance. 10 years of 10 movies. Kinda makes it easy to do a top 10 list. Number 10, Pocahontas. I mean, Disney made a mistake by trying to do a historical movie. They just sterilized and whitewashed this thing. It's not even accurate. I mean, there's some beautiful songs and animation, but this is definitely last on the list. Number 9, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I mean, Disney was being pretty risky here, turning Victor Hugo's classic into a little animated movie for kids. There's some pretty adult subject matter in this movie, like the Frollo guy lusting after the gypsy girl. It's got some beautiful, gorgeous animation, but this one to me just really misses the mark. Number 8, Tarzan. This was the last entry in the animated Renaissance. It brought Edgar Rice Burroughs' classic character to life. It also brought together some 3D animation with traditional drawn animation. I mean, the movie was actually pretty good and exciting. I mean, it just pales in comparison to the others that came before it. Plus, Rosie O'Donnell's character was really annoying. Number 7, The Rescuers Down Under. Years after the original, Disney decides to put a sequel out about the mice from the Rescue Aid Society, which I really love that concept. Bob Newhart and Zsa Zsa Gabor reprised their roles, and it's a really fun, exciting movie. It's got some slow points in it, and, well, to me it's not as memorable or has as much heart as the original, which I love. Number 6, Mulan. Mulan's the story of a young girl who disguises herself as a man so she could fight in the war instead of her elderly father. This was a great character. I mean, this was something that little girls could look up to. Not like today where they make all these strong female characters with no flaws or weaknesses. They gave her a lot of fears and flaws and insecurities so we could root for her as she triumphs. I wish movies today would pay attention to that. Number 5, Hercules. Disney combined the Greek mythology with all the superhero myths to create this fun romp. They had to change some things around though. I mean, in the Greek mythology, his mother Hera was actually the main villain, not this guy. You had some great animation, really fun songs, especially that Zero to Hero song. Bless my soul, Herc was on a roll, undefeated. Hats off to James Woods and Susan Egan for their roles as Hades and Mega, respectively. The Lion King. Essentially, it's Hamlet in the animal kingdom, except not as violent. This story is about a young cub coming to age, dealing with the death of his father, and having to go back to reclaim his kingdom. It's got some great music by Elton John and beautiful animation, and hats off to James Earl Jones as Mufasa and Jeremy Irons as Scar. They really stood out. The Little Mermaid. This is the one that kicked off the whole Disney Renaissance. It's a good movie, but the only big problem I have with it really is the story. See, Ariel falls in love with some guy she doesn't even know, and she's willing to risk her own life and eventually her father's life in the kingdom for it. I mean, these kids don't listen nowadays. Like some kids I know. But it's such a beautiful movie, great songs, it's always going to be a classic. Number 2 is Aladdin. Aladdin's the story of a young street rat who finds a magic lamp and changes his life forever. I mean, how good was Robin Williams as the genie? I mean, no one could compare. That's right, I'm looking at you, Will Smith. Aladdin had some fantastic songs, fun, exciting animation. It's just a classic you could always go back to. Number 1, Beauty and the Beast. Follows my favorite Disney princess, Belle. She's intelligent, a little bit nerdy, but she doesn't care what other people think. She's off to save her father from the beast and maybe save herself from a different kind of beast, Gaston. Tale as old as time. Yeah, it's got some of the greatest songs of any Disney movie, and the animation is just drop dead gorgeous. It's the crown jewel in the Disney Empire as far as animation goes. Yeah, my daughter, she loves Gaston. I guess she missed the point of the movie. This movie was even nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. This was before they had a category for Best Animated Feature. It's the only one to ever be nominated. And there you have it. This was my review of the Disney Renaissance films. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please click the subscribe button. It would mean a lot to us. Catch you on the flip side.